Another lovely day without... So, yes, here it is. We still need to wait a little for the brain cells to mature fully. How long? 3 days, according to the instructions we got. Once they're ready, you can call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody. Do you scan the brain for the mutation? Yes, it's all clear. And the cortex shows no signs of activity, which is good. What happens then? We extract the brain tissue, process it according to Maxwell's formula, and start administering the treatment. Of course, we will have to dispose of the body. Whoa! What the fuck? Looks like I didn't use enough sedative. Let me just, There. Damn it. I hope it didn't activate the cortex. We need to hurry up, in case the mutation... Calm down. The instructions from Maxwell make it very clear that the cells need time. We only have one shot at this. Now, I've used enough sedative to put a horse to sleep, so even if the cortex did light up for a moment, it's inactive now. And I'll make sure it stays that way. Look, we can't get thrown off balance. Not now, when we're so close. Okay. You're right. You can't tell anyone about this incident, okay? They need to take the cure. I know some of them were against it. This would make them freak out even more. What incident? I didn't see anything. Did you? Okay. Good. Let's just give those brain cells the time they need to mature, and in 3 days, we'll proceed with the treatment. Simple as that. Sure. Fine. Hey, you wanted to talk?
Yeah, it's about the miner. I've been watching him and I don't like what I'm seeing. He keeps coming back late, doesn't rest properly. Yeah, it worries me too. But it seems like this is how he wants it. Not much I can do to stop him. Not great. I mean, I know the radiation can be handled from a medical point of view, but I just don't think it's right for a person to be exploited like that. Makes me wonder why he's okay with it.
He just wants to make himself useful in a difficult time. Where's the harm in that?
But that's it. Haven't you noticed how obsessed he is with being useful? Hand or no hand? Miner's clearly trying to prove something he's insecure about, and you're taking advantage of that.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
See, this is exactly why the unions were adamant about a mental health specialist on board every mission. The miner clearly needs therapy. I know it sounds crazy, but maybe expanding the crew in that direction could benefit all of us.
That's not such a bad idea. It's just that won't going back to all that bad shit in his life bring him down and make him lose that new zest he just acquired?
You're worried he's going to be less productive. And you might be right. But maybe that's exactly what he needs. To like himself the way he is. Even if no one awards him a medal for it.
I hope you come up with a solution soon. People are getting worse.
take care of this now? I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now? Jan, we should talk. Let's touch base.
Stop moping. We'll find a solution.
Looks like we're all gonna die soon. Kinda makes it hard to stay motivated.
In the meantime, it's like, oh, I don't know, bucket list?
If you think it will help.
Lucas, any news?
Yeah. Good news, actually. I managed to get into the candidate database. Your guy does exist.
Seriously? Wow.
And you were right. We have him on the list.
No shit.
Yeah, this is very fresh. His application's still waiting to be processed, but I bet he's got a decent chance. Works on an offshore rig, which would make him qualified to work as a refinery operator.
Man, that's just incredible.
Want to tell me more about why it's so incredible?
The fact that he's actually alive.
You mean he was dead in your alternate life?
Yeah. My alter was in a relationship with him. Man, is he gonna be over the moon when he hears this.
So, what are you planning to do with this information? Will you tell this alter of yours that his boyfriend is actually out there?
feel that I should tell him. He really wants to know.
Look, I don't know, Jan. I'm not sure you want to get this guy's hopes up.
What do you mean?
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen to your alters, right? Even if they survive, we all want the best for them, but imagine your alter ego finding this guy back on Earth and what? Marrying him? It could be a dangerous precedent, don't you think?
Shit. Oh, this is complicated.
Yeah, well, you know him better than me. He'll figure out what to do. My job is done here.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. I owe you one.
Don't mention it. Just keep it up with the Rapidium, and we're even.
You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, I've been laying low, just observing the situation from a distance, but I think it's time you and I talked.
Okay.
So, you're a builder?
Yeah.
For a corporation?
Yeah.
And you weren't supposed to have any responsible role on this mission? What? No, a builder has a lot of responsibility. Yeah, right. Taking orders and getting injured all the time. Don't make me laugh. I mean real capacity to make decisions. As a leader.
Leader?
Yeah. Isn't that what you always wanted to be?
True. And now that you mention it, I do recall having juvenile fantasies about it.
Remember our Fierce Ocelot survival camp? We got to the rank of patrol guide at 12. You can call that a juvenile fantasy. I'll call it a promising start.
Fierce Ocelots. Yeah, that was a cool adventure.
Adventure? Huh. What about standing up for your men when the camp director made them clean the latrines for 3 days in a row?
Man. Yeah, right, I forgot about that.
And the protest we organized when the canteen gave us forks to eat soup with? We're no goons.
Give us spoons.
Yes, see? You remember. And how good it felt to have people follow you, trust you, respect you. So, what happened? How did you end up as a corpo rat without any agency? I have some agency in my life. Social security matters when you want to get a mortgage for your dream home, settle down with someone you love. That can change priorities. So, selfishness stood in the way of your ideals.
Are you trying to make me feel bad about myself?
I'm just thinking out loud. Where did your choices get you? Are you really satisfied with how you ended up drifting with the current, not getting in anybody's way? Because things can still change, you know. If you go back to your ideals and remember how to be a true leader. And how exactly would I do that? You can stand up for your people like you used to do, instead of trying to please the bigwigs. You can make sure working conditions in here are humane. Meaning, let's start with the fundamentals. I can see you care about radiation protection. That's good. Now, I want you to keep it up.
That sounds reasonable.
Of course, you can't do it by imposing overtime on anybody. Obviously. I take that as a declaration.
Okay, I'm in.
Good. I hope you can pull it off. Could be a first step to becoming true to yourself again. Hey, got a minute? I have some news about Ben. You asked about him? And? He exists. And he's alive.
Is he? So, he was planning to go to space here as well?
Looks like it. And there's more. He seems to be the very same person you knew. Working on an oil rig and all. It's... honestly... it's amazing.
Wow. You know what this means, don't you?
No? Tell me.
It means... Oh, hell, I don't know what it means, but it's fucking unbelievable. He's real. Now we really need to make it back alive. I need to make it back.
Yeah. So, let's get our asses in gear, 'cause there's still a long way to go.
You're right. But the tide is turning, Jan. I can feel it. And let me tell you one thing, Jan. I've been absorbing you with my problems, but that doesn't mean I don't know life hasn't been great for you. It's given us both some sour berries to chew on.
Yeah.
You remember Uncle Martin's red currant wine, right? Oh, yeah. It'd say, some people get lemons and make lemonade. I get red currants and make wine. Well, you just proved that we can make some really sweet wine out of those sour berries we got. Thank you. Never stop believing the future can be bright.
I'll try.
detention is becoming dangerous. We need to find a solution.
making progress with those towers. That's good.
Great teamwork with those towers, don't you think? Such a nice distraction.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, we have lived together for
Way too long. Right. I feel like we've probably had
every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is.
thinking.
Right.
Right.
But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a
endearing quality?
Oh.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
that we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're
empathetic.
Yes.
And also maybe a little bit
impatient, right? We're kind of like
insufferable, know-it-alls.
That's what I was gonna say.
Can't handle
the idea of like an unresolved,
melody. Right. And in a way, it does sort of make us
really annoying.
Right.
But like, we could totally
Stop if we want to, obviously. We just have to face
Our fears and just never
finish
this
current.
ongoing.
Ew, guys.
Right. Can we actually
Stop? I don't know. Sure doesn't
seem like it? But like, I have
total autonomy
over my own
thoughts, right? And I certainly
can't be read.
like a book
It's like my mind tells me
to just stay quiet for sure, but like then somehow the instinct to
finish a sentence.
kicks in as if it's
Totally out of my
control, right? And I'm like stuck in
some kind of sentence
vortex. Hang on, quick. We need to both say the most like random
thing we can think of.
that we would never otherwise say. Right.
My foot has an
Area code all its own. That's
in a Peruvian rug shop.
located entirely
That's
within the
ridiculously
International Space
amusing.
PlayStation, and it's a.
Pluvia stafama stage wells. Those were all the things I was
going to say.
in the fake
word at the end.
What is happening? Oh my god. Wait, maybe the reason we keep
Finishing each other's
is
sentences.
because they're not.
Each other's sentences.
Maybe we're actually
Only
one person. God! Oh. No, we're just really annoying. Right, yeah. Because it might just come
Hello, Jan.
Hello, brother. Not gonna lie. I didn't understand shit. You? Not much. But at least we know they didn't lie about something growing in our brains. Transparency is important, right? take care of this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
And that's how we know the scale of the mutation.
That's it? A few brain pictures with randomly colored areas? This is a joke.
Thanks for appreciating my hard work. I loved spending a whole day on this.
The technician is wrong. This looks like pseudoscience at best.
Okay, people. I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition.
Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it. I just want it to be over. I hope we're not trusting anyone from the corporation.
We can use a treatment based on healthy brain tissue.
purpose, we'd need to use the tabula rasa you've probably all seen occupy a space in the womb.
Great! Why don't you just hand us over for experiments already? Don't be so goddamn dramatic about it. This will heal our brains, ain't that all that matters?
Let's be rational. Since we already have the tabula rasa, I say we use it. What else are we gonna do with an awareness-free body?
Use it? I don't like the sound of that. He's an alter, just like us. Even if he has no memories, how can we be sure he doesn't feel anything?
I agree that we should be rational. It's just that there's something so cold-blooded about this. I feel it's a line we shouldn't cross, because once we do, there's no going back.
Come on. We have to think of the greater good. Be utilitarian. Sometimes you need to make tough decisions for the sake of the collective. Otherwise, there would be no society, no progress, nothing. Just tell me we're not doing this. We're not taking his brain out. It's sickening.
We are doing it.
That's my decision. Oh, so you've decided for us, without even giving us an alternative. What's the alternative? Asking the corporation for mercy? Why don't you grow a pair? That is so smart. I expected more understanding from you, man.
Mark my words. It's downhill from here.
Oh, come on. The boss has made his decision. Just fucking respect it.
Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale.
Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess. The branching was, from the start, it was, Shit. He collapsed.
Make way for the doctor.
He's breathing. Get him some water.
It's getting worse. We need a cure now. What's your call? Let's go for Maxwell's recipe. Good. I'll get tabula rasa ready for the procedure. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, everything's prepped. He's not showing signs of waking up again? No, nothing. I've given him more sedatives just to be on the safe side. You want to say something before I proceed?
I don't know. Oh, just do it.
Okay.
Here goes.
And that's it. Almost. I'm taking it to the lab to create Maxwell's magic potion.
Is he?
Yes. He's dead. But don't worry, he didn't feel a thing.
Hey, how'd it go with the treatment?
Well, the therapy has begun. Everybody took their dose of Maxwell's medicine, and it's looking optimistic. No bad reactions, no side effects. In fact, I can already feel the difference. My head is clearer. It could be a placebo effect, of course, but I'm hopeful.
You did a great job. I couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not proud of myself. I'm becoming more and more of a Renaissance man on this mission.
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
Fine. I'm fine.
Look, I know you're not happy with my decision, but I have my reasons.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think there's much more to say. I'm kind of busy, so yeah.
Do you want me to help with that?
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
First night without cold sweats. How do I feel? Fucking euphoric.
That's great. Unfortunately, not everyone shares your enthusiasm.
What can you do? I'll never please everybody. You had the balls to make a decision, and that's what counts.
Thanks, man.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
Oh, I feel much better. Don't worry. We'll help you get out of here. Then you can dispose of us, just like you did with Tabula Rasa. That what you wanted to hear?
Look, it wasn't easy for me either. But I'm happy you're alive. Let's focus on clearing our way now, and once we're out of this canyon, I hope we can talk it over properly.
Yeah, great idea. Let's get down to some anomaly busting.
Cool. Hey, how do you feel after the procedure?
Well, to be fair, I think it's working. But I can't shake off this bad feeling that it was a very wrong thing to do.
We did the best we could, given the circumstances.
Yeah? Well, maybe it wasn't good enough. I just hoped we were a better man. That's all.
Hey, man. Want me to lend a hand with this? I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now?
So, how are you feeling?
I don't want to think about it.
Fuck!
What's done is done. Let's get this over with.
For me, he was no different than us.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
Come and see me. There's a matter I want to discuss.
So, how about those leadership skills of mine? You kept your word about the radiation protection. Doesn't mean the end of our problems, but at least you've learned something. Like what? That you can win people's trust by showing them you care, instead of imposing authority like a brute. Sounds like a good method. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction. Sure. Just don't go astray. The Union is watching. So, how do you feel after the procedure?
I feel good. I know this treatment needs time, but if you ask me, it's started to work already. I'm thinking more clearly, my body's got more energy, and I'm proud of us, you know? Because we just proved that we, my friend, don't need no goddamn system to stay alive.
Yeah. Wish everyone was as proud as you are.
You mean the technician? He just needs something to be angry about. Don't worry, he'll come around.
I hope you're right.
I'm sure of it. He values his freedom just like we do. He just needs to get over his personal issues and start thinking more globally. Chief? You need to do this? I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now?
go there next?
Sooner or
I
later.
finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now?
How was your time alone? Any thoughts?
Yeah, it was a complete waste of time. All I could think of was the work I could be doing instead. Why the hell did you send me there? There's nothing wrong with me. On the contrary, I've never been better. Why don't you just let me do my thing?
Because I'm worried for you. You want me to treat you like a mining machine. I thought a rest would clear your mind, get you out of that mindset.
I'm not a kid. I would have literally died of boredom in there if it weren't for that goddamn audiobook.
What audiobook?
Oh, some ancient babble about a whaling expedition. What the hell do I care? It was that, cheesy romances, or a fantasy saga. Man, I hate fantasy. So, I chose the whaling one. At least the men were men there. And their captain, Ahab, well, he was missing a leg, so... Yeah, I gotta admit I got pretty hooked.
Do you identify with him?
Man, all I said was that it got slightly more interesting. If you want to open up a book club, go ahead. I'll pass and go back to my work if you don't mind.
Okay. I can see you're disappointed with me. So... you're planning on holding a grudge forever?
I don't know. You're the one doing the planning here, hmm? All I want is for you to stay away from me. I told you that from the start, didn't I? But you wouldn't listen. Making pierogi, building that park for me, being my fucking pal. What a load of bullshit.
So, did you manage to recreate your lost research?
Yes, I did. I was worried I wouldn't remember everything correctly, but amazingly, it was all still there. Neatly aligned and perfectly organized in my head. Almost reminded me of how Father made us arrange our toys when we were a kid.
Oh man, I hated that.
So did I. Remember running home from school in panic in case he came home early and saw the mess in our room?
Yep. How many times do I have to tell you that chemistry set cost half my paycheck? Why is it scattered all over the floor?
That chemistry set was my favorite.
Till Dad just threw it away to punish us for not tidying it up.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I retrieved my research nicely. Job done.
Well done.
Thank you. And thanks for helping me get it done. You'll be happy to learn that there's something for you in it too.
Really? What?
Listen to this. While I was reconstructing my equations, I realized that by tweaking a parameter or two, my method can also be applied to something we are using on a daily basis on this very mission. The Rad Shield filters. In light of my findings, we can manufacture them in a much more efficient way. It's remarkable. Because theoretically, I had all the necessary knowledge in my head, but I had to backtrack my line of thinking to unblock it.
Wow.
What can I say? The inventor's mind works in mysterious ways. It sure does. And you know what? Suddenly, I feel much more confident about facing our other challenges. Let's take this bull by the horns.
Can I help with that? You managed to listen to that book some more? Huh. So you remembered. That Captain Ahab, he's hunting a whale that bit off his leg. He's got a prosthetic leg, mind you, not too advanced, but still, his crew respects him. All the other guys just want to catch a whale, any whale, and bring the money home. But Ahab, he's only interested in the whale, taking his goddamn ship all around the world to hunt down the son of a bitch. Sounds like you admire him. You and your fucking theories. I'm simply curious if he's gonna catch that whale. Nothing more. Snows here. Wonder why. Great teamwork with those. And? Did you find out if Ahab managed to catch his whale? He sure fucking tried. But he failed, drowned, and took his whole crew down with him. The monster got the best of him. Sounds like a sad ending. I don't know. Got me thinking. I'm not sure how those writers do it, but when you get to the end, it almost feels like you always knew it was gonna be that way. Huh? Like it was obvious all along they wouldn't get him. Man.
I just hope it's not gonna be like that with us in Rapidium.
We're gonna be okay. You know why? Because I care for my crew more than the captain in your book. I'm determined to succeed, but I'm not obsessed.
Huh. So, is that what you think makes the difference? Caring about others?
Yeah. But most of all, you need to believe in yourself. Even if you failed before, you can't let that get to you. Otherwise, well, you'll become obsessed.
Yeah. And now that I think of it, maybe that Ahab guy wasn't thinking clearly. 'Cause he just couldn't get over what crippled him. Messed him up as a man. Like the last thing he'd ever admit to was being a loser.
Look where that got him.
Yeah. Well, it didn't do me no harm, that distraction. Funny thing, that whole story made me realize something that never occurred to me before.
Yeah? What's that?
That it's, no shame to be weak.
Okay.
Now, I think it's time I got back to work. But I won't be obsessing about it anymore, if that's okay with you. Wouldn't want to end up like Ahab. Lend a hand with this? Can I help with that? What a shit.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over. What happened? Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything?
Please. What next? You can ask me about my name and role on this mission?
Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest. Careful. You took a heavy blow there. Yeah, I remember the technician, but why? Did he attack me? Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the tour vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert. Shit. It's all my fault. I saw it coming, but I didn't do anything to stop it. Was he trying to kill me? I mean, what exactly happened? I think he just wanted to send a message. Knock you unconscious, maybe. But that blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Madrigal in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over. Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adrical. Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth. Wait. How did you find out? From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. You talked to Lena? Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died. Did you at least pretend to be me? Oh, come on, Jan. You and I couldn't be more different. She'd never fall for it. Shit. Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost. We're lost? The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense. Is there no good news at all? I mean, we're closer to the finish line, right? We just need to figure out how to get out of the storm. Sure, easy as that. Just so you know, we have been trying. With all the time we've lost, I'd say we're one mistake away from failing the mission and getting stuck here for good. We need to stop drifting aimlessly, pick a direction, and this time, it needs to be a flawless choice. Flawless. I'm glad you see the problem. Okay, so what do we do? I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not superhuman, you know. How am I supposed to suddenly know what to do? Well, superhuman or not, you're still gonna have to bite the bullet. Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about? I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth. Okay, what's in them? What are you not telling me? Just listen for yourself.